Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh. Wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlilhu fala hadiya lahu. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarika lahu wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim wa barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim fil alamin innaka Hamidum Majid. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli, amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah, all praise be to Allah. We praise Him, we ask for His help, we ask for His forgiveness. We seek refuge with Allah from the wickedness of ourselves and from the badness of our deeds. Whoever been given by Allah guidance, then nobody can be misguided for him. And whoever been misguided by Allah, then nobody can be a guide for him. I bear witness, there is no God worthy to be worshipped except Allah, only Him, no associate for Him. And I bear witness that Muhammad is His servant and His messenger. O Allah, give good prayers upon Muhammad and the family of Muhammad, as well give to Abraham and the family of Abraham. O Allah, bless upon Muhammad and the family of Muhammad, as you have blessed upon Abraham and the family of Abraham. Verily, you are well worthy of praises and abundant of gift. Today, inshallah, we will continue with our topic, our summarization of honoring knowledge. Last week we took the topic about to be taking care, or always be slowly or not to be hasty in learning knowledge. We know that we said before that doing learning at early age is important, but when you are learning also you cannot learn. You should not learn without any patience, without hastily, and actually because you want to quickly to get the knowledge. It's not supposed to be like that. So Alhamdulillah, we said that in that topic about that Quran is actually a heavy word, even though being said by Allah, being made easy for us. Allah Ta'ala said in the Quran in Suratul Muzammil, Inna sanulki alayka qawlan thaqila, we will throw to you, O Muhammad, send down to you, O Muhammad, heavy words, even though it's actually being made easy. So if that what being said about Quran, so what about other knowledge? So because of that, a person must be careful not to rushing in getting knowledge, but to take care about the knowledge slowly, one after one, not to be hasty and not to be actually rushing and doesn't have patience. So inshallah today topic is actually about that, about patience, about being patient or perseverance in learning. He said here, page number 28, Al-Maqidus Tasi'u, ninth summarization, As-sabru fil ilmi tahammulan wa ada. Being patient in knowledge, during receiving the knowledge, and during conveying the knowledge or giving away the knowledge. When you want to get the knowledge, you have to have patience, and when you want to teach the knowledge, you also have to have the patience. Idh kullu jalilin min umuri la yudraku illa bis-sabri. Why you must be patient in learning, in getting the knowledge, or in teaching the knowledge? Is because every big matter that you want to do is actually will not be achieved. You not get it accept with patience. Wa a'zamu syai'in tatahammalu bihi nafsu talabal ma'ali tasbiruha alaihi. And he said here, and the biggest thing that the soul must bear in searching for highness, you want to get greatness, to be on top of everything. So the biggest thing that your soul must bear is actually to make your soul patient on the thing that you actually want to do. If you want to learn, you want to get anything, you have to be patient. Do not feel fed up. You not feel enough for me. I fed up about this thing. That is not supposed to happen. So you have to have patience. You have to have patience in trying to learn or in trying to get the knowledge. Because knowledge is actually one of big thing. So every big thing you have to try to make your soul patient on it. وَلِهَذَا كَانَ الصَّبْرُ وَالْمُصَابَرَةُ مَأْمُورًا بِهِمَا لِتَحْصِيلِ أَصْلِ الْإِيمَانِ تَارَةً وَلِتَحْصِيلِ كَمَالِهِ تَارَةً أُخْرَى. For that, because of this, patience and perseverance is actually was decreed in getting the root or the origin of iman. When you have iman, you have to be patient, and also in getting sometimes in being said like that in the Quran, and sometimes in getting its perfection, when to make the iman to be perfect, you have to be patient also. The Almighty said, Allah the Almighty said in Surah Al-Imran verse number 200, Allah Ta'ala said in the ayah, Qala Ta'ala, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu isbiru wasabiru. Isbiru wasabiru. Oh, those who already believe, who have believed. Isbiru, be patient. Wasabiru, and be perseverance. Means that you have to be patient in yourself, by yourself, and you have to always make other or tell other to be patient. Because this thing is actually will be helpful in your life to make sure that you are not rushing everything. So you have to be patient, and you must tend to keep yourself to endure whatever time you have to give, whatever difficulty you are having when you learn. You have to make sure that yourself, your soul, can get through it and doesn't ever fed up or feeling no hope about you getting the knowledge. Sometimes people think about it when a person learn about or learn knowledge when at the old age or not the younger age, not the small age, when already an adult. So they think that the difficulty that he is having actually because many commitment in his life, so he think that he cannot learn anymore. It's something that is actually wrong. Then the problem is how long can you sustain yourself, you preserve yourself not to go away, not to left classes, not to think that you cannot, and you left the process of learning. That's the thing he said here. So in that ayah, Al-Imran verse number 200, Allah Ta'ala said, those who have already believed, isbiru wasabiru. Isbiru wasabiru. Isbiru mean make patient, be patient in yourself, and wasabiru, and be perseverance, and tell others to be patient also. Wa qala ta'ala, Allah Ta'ala said in Surah Al-Kahfi verse number 28, Allah Ta'ala said, wasbir nafsaka ma'al ladhina yad'una rabbahum bil ghadati wal 'ashi yuriduna wajhah. Patient yourself, your soul, with those who call their Lord, call their Rabb in the morning and the evening. Those people actually worship Allah and always like to pray to Allah. You have to patient yourself to be with them, not to go away. Maybe sometimes those people is actually not really fun, cannot make you laugh, but they are people who actually trying so hard to get so close to Allah. by always calling to him, by always praying to him, morning and evening, all the time. So those people are the people that you, if you want perfection in your iman, in your belief, you have to be with them. You have to be with them. Sit with them, because they will always make you remember Allah. They will make you remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That call upon their Lord, their Rabb, bila ghadati wal ashi, in the morning and the evening. Yuriduna wajha, they actually just calling towards him, towards Allah, because of wanting to see him, to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to be in front of him. That's why we say the face of Allah, because of Allah, or the face of Allah. That's the thing about when you want to get iman, you have to be patient, and you want to perfect your iman, you have to be patient. Nothing can be done without patience. You cannot. You should not think that you can rush everything, and you can get the result quickly, because in learning you have to know that every person have their own pace, the capability of their soul or their heart or their mind to learn is actually not the same. Some people have, Allah Ta'ala give them a gift of quick learning. They can read a page and remember everything there. This is the thing that happen. Some people have that capability, but that is actually not the thing that make you not capable of learning. Maybe the person can learn and learn fast, but you also can learn, but have to have the time. You have to give your time towards the process of learning. That is the way. Qala Yahya bin Abi Kathir fi tafsiri hadhihi al-ayati. Yahya bin Abi Kathir. Yahya bin Abi Kathir is one of the tabi'in, one of the scholars who actually learn being taught by the companion of Prophet ﷺ. He died in 129 Hijrah. Yahya bin Abi Kathir. He's known to have abundant knowledge from what he learned from the companion of Prophet ﷺ, from Anas bin Malik, for a few others. Then, and he also being reference to whoever come after him to know about the Islam from the perspective of the Muslim themselves. So Yahya bin Abi Kathir, so he have many saying, many wisdom words come out of him. So he said in explaining the ayah of Surah Al-Kahfi, verse 28, he said, when Allah said, wasbir nafsaka ma'al ladhina yad'una rabbahum bil ghadati wal ashi yuriduna wajha. Patient yourself, make yourself to be patient with those who actually calling to their Lord, their Rabb, in the morning and evening. So who are those people? So Yahya bin Abi Kathir said, hiya majalisul fiqhi, the place that Allah Ta'ala told you to be to make yourself, your soul to be patient, is actually majalisu al-fiqh. It's the gathering of learning fiqh. Fiqh is actually jurisprudence, actually the knowledge that concern about whatever being done by mukallaf, a person that actually already mature, a person, and also have the sound mind. So these people will start being taken off. All of their saying, all their action will be right off. Will be wrote, will be written in the manners that he is actually responsible for everything, for every word he utter, for every action he done. He actually will be responsible for everything. So fiqh is actually constant. When you learn fiqh, you actually learn about whatever you can do and you cannot do in this world. So it's a big thing, because we know that we came to this world. We came to this world as a foreigner. a person that is actually come for certain period, then the world itself already there from the start. You don't have to make the world. You don't make the world, but the world is there from the start. So those person came to this world and know their position. What is their position in this world? Because whenever you came to a place that have an owner or been owned by somebody, so all the arrangement in that place must be from the owner. So when you enter that place, you like it or not, you must follow each or everything that being told there, because you are a foreigner. You came there just for a certain time, certain period of time, and you will left that place after that. So whenever you come to this situation, you cannot say that there's no do and don't. Do and don't is there. Whenever a place is being owned by somebody, then the do and don't is there. You cannot touch, you cannot play, you cannot do everything that you like, except to follow whatever being told to you by the owner of the place. So as that, you have know that the faith is actually considering that thing that will guide you to what is the word that you can use or not, or to what the act that actually permissible for you to do it. That is faith. So logically, a person that know what the thing that Allah Ta'ala like for him to do, and the thing that Allah Ta'ala displeased with him if he do it, he actually have the key to get all the reward from Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala, because he know halal and haram. He know what is permissible and not permissible. So always he can always be at the place that Allah Ta'ala will please with him, or avoiding that things that will make Allah Ta'ala displease him, doesn't like him. He can always take care about that. That's why the Imam Ash-Shafi'i rahimahullah, he said in one of his saying, he said, "Laula al-fuqaha awliya Allah fil ardi falaysa lillahi wali." If not the knowledgeable people about fiqh is the saint of Allah, the saint of Allah means that wali in the Arabic word, or in Malay word also be used wali. If those people who know about halal and haram, who know about whatever been commanded by Allah, what Allah provided by Allah, if not those people, Shafi'i rahimahullah said, the saint of Allah, the saints of Allah, falaysa lillahi wali, then Allah Ta'ala doesn't have any wali. He doesn't have any wali, because surely you cannot get near to Allah except you know what He like and what He dislike, and this only will be taught in the fiqh classes. Fiqh classes, you know about eating, what you can eat, what you cannot eat, what you can drink, what you cannot drink. You looking at something, what you can look, what you cannot look, the way you dress, the way you pray, the way you pay your alms, everything is actually concerning fiqh. So that's why Yahya bin Abi Kathir, he add up at the topic or the explanation of the surah Al-Kahfi, verse 28, when Allah Ta'ala commanded the Prophet ﷺ to be patient with people, certain type of people. So he said those people are the gathering of learning fiqh. وَلَا يُحَصِّلْ أَحَدٌ الْعِلْمَ إِلَّا بِالْمُصَابَرَةِ. And actually, a person would never achieve knowledge except with patience. A person cannot achieve knowledge except with patience, because you know that when you want to learn, you have to stay, you have to listen, you have to overcome your sleepiness or the feeling that you have in your mind during classes. You have to move all of it and pay attention to the class. It's actually so difficult, because like normal human being, normally you can attract their attention at least to the extent of 1 hour. That's why we try to make our classes brief 1 hour, because actually if you learn after 1 hour And after 1 hour, your mind will start to go away. You will start thinking, what I want to eat this afternoon, this evening, what will happen, my friend here, or my uncle. So everything will come to you. It will come to you. The idea will come to you. So when you want to make your mind clear of everything, that is so difficult. And you want to stop yourself from going into sleep. You actually feel sleepy, but you want to learn. So you have to overcome the sleepiness in you. That's the thing that actually nobody can achieve knowledge except with patience. Yahya bin Abi Kathir also said, he said also, لا يستطاع العلم براحة الجسم. He also said, لا يستطاع العلم. The knowledge would not be accomplished by the comfort of the body. Means that by relaxing, being relaxed, doesn't want to do anything, and you want the knowledge to come to you, is actually something that impossible. Because by you staying up in the night, actually you take more hour to read, more hour to learn. That's the thing that will make you gather. If you just stay put inside the class, it's actually this happened with our friend, our student, when they went to the Arab country to learn Islam, to learn about about Quran and Sunnah, to learn about everything concerning in the Arabic language or everything. So they always, most of our students, they feel enough for them to just give attention in their classes in the university, and they think that is enough for them to become a scholar. Sadly, that is not enough. Sadly, that's not enough. It's really not enough. From the start, it's not enough for you to become a scholar just because you stay at university 4 years, BA, for the first degree, and then the second degree for 3 years, then the PhD more 4 or 3 years. That is not really helping. Actually, because what you learn inside the hall, or the lesson hall, the university hall, is not really enough. You have to make an effort to go to the mosque, to the places near you, to learn from those people who actually you can get from them the knowledge more than what you can get from university. That's the thing. So my advice to whoever went out to learn Islam, to learn Arabic language, to learn Quran and Sunnah, to not just focus your learning inside university. You have to go out and learn from the teachers. If there in the Arab country, it's really so easy because the lecturers in the morning they teach at the university, but at night they open classes, free classes. Whoever want to learn, just come. So the thing is actually, you cannot just relaxing yourself, just stick to the syllabus, because the learning process you have to go and take the knowledge. And even sometimes the thing that you learn by going to your teacher's mosque, the mosque where he pray, it actually will stick to you until you left the study. But the thing that you learn for the sake of examination, you will surely don't remember it anymore after that. That is common things, because you want to make sure that the knowledge we learn is actually knowledge that will make us better in life, better for our hereafter. So no resting, resting or feeling comfort. If you want to learn, because you have to take extra hours to learn, extra hours to read, extra hours from your physical daily life. You have to take portion of it just for learning. You have to make sure that happen, because if you don't do that, no knowledge will come to you. Okay. He said here also, فَبِالصَّبْرِ يُخْرَجُ مِنْ الْجَهْلِ وَبِهِ تُدْرَكُ لَذَّةَ الْعِلْمِ. By patience, by being patient, actually, he will be taken out from the humiliation of unknowing. Actually, the unknowing, actually, yourself that is unknowing, doesn't know anything, is actually a shame. It's actually a humiliation for you. But you can only get out from that humiliation of unknowing to the goodness of knowledge is by patience. Slowly you overcome whatever actually still not enough for you in presenting your thought. You have to make sure that you always try to, because you cannot get out from that humiliation of unknowing, because if you sit with others, even though it's not for you to think about learning like that, because we did say before, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Man ta'allama ilman," whoever learn a knowledge, lijar bihi ulama, so that he can walk side by side with the ulama. Wal yumar bihi sufa, and so that he can debate with the knowledge, those who actually ignorant. The Prophet said, "Dakhala an-nar," he will enter the hellfire. Because you didn't learn because of Allah. You learn because you want to get praises from human being. Praises from human, say that you are good, better. But you want that praises, and you left out that Allah SWT actually doesn't want you to think that about the knowledge you want to learn because of that. It's wrong for you. Because learning but still, and when you learn, actually, when you have that knowledge, you will be honored by others. People will honor you, even when you go to places where they have their ceremony, the eating ceremony. When people see you, he say that, come, here, sit here. Because of the knowledge that you have known to others, then people will actually welcome you to places that actually will not be given to common people. Just because they know you are learned person, they will respect you. And I still have to remind, you should not learn because you want to gain respect. This is wrong. Because you have to learn, when you want to learn, you want to learn for the sake of Allah. For the sake of Allah, not other than that. If you learn other than that, because of other than that, then your deeds of learning is rejected. Because Allah Ta'ala doesn't ever need for the things that you do for Him and for others at the same time. Allah Ta'ala will not accept that. The Prophet ﷺ said, Allah Ta'ala said, "Ana aghna syuraka an syirki." I am actually the one that always being associated with many, but I don't need any of that association. I don't need them to associate me with anything. I don't need it anymore. Ever. Don't need it ever. Don't need about that ever. So, man amila amalan asyrakani fihi ghairi, the hadith continue, and whoever do or did a deed, an amal, but in that amal he associated Allah with other than Allah. The Allah Ta'ala said, "Taraktuhu wa syirkah," I let him go with whatever associated that he done. He said, associate Allah Ta'ala with this or that. So then Allah Ta'ala will tell them to seek your reward from those who you make me associated with. I don't need them, but you associate me with them. So ask from them the reward. Don't ask from me. I will not give you the reward. So basically, it's the thing. When you learn, you will be honored. When you are actually in the sense of the situation of ignorant or unknowing. So it's actually for you, by your age and your position, can become things that is actually bad for your reputation. So you can only get out from that place, the place of unknowing or ignorant. You can be better, but actually by being patient. And by patient, he will know enjoyment of knowledge. You know, having knowledge is actually an enjoyment, pleasure. You feel you actually satisfy your soul. That's the original position of actually of the knowledge. You actually if you know about the knowledge, you actually will feel the taste. You always like to learn when you get that, but you cannot get that taste or the feeling about knowledge except you have the passion. Okay. He said here, wa sabrul ilmi naw'an, and being patient with knowledge is actually there's two types of being patient with knowledge. Ahaduhuma, one of it, sabrun fi tahammulihi wa akhdhihi, being patient during when you receive the knowledge, receiving knowledge or learning knowledge, and also taking knowledge. At that time you have to have the patience, because falhifzu yahtaju ila sabri, because memorizing whatever you learn yahtaju ila sabrin. It needs the memorization needs patience, need for patience, need for not for speed, need for patience in getting the knowledge. You have to memorize. Then memorizing, you have to be patient. You should not stop when you at first. Many of us doesn't start to memorize because they think it's hard upon them, so difficult. So from the start they avoid to memorize anything, because memorizing is actually a tiring process. If you do it after Asar, you do it after Maghrib, you do it after Subuh, you want to recite some of the verse of the Quran and you want to memorize it, you have to take your time. Because right now, Alhamdulillah, the initiative and the importance of memorizing the Quran has become common upon us in our society. So people looking at actually memorizing the Quran as a good things. People will be proud. The father and mother will be proud about the achievement of their son or their daughter when they memorize the Quran. So they have that feeling, the enjoyment of getting that actually honor. But problem is you have to memorize from the start. Right now the technique is actually some of the teacher will tell you, if you want to memorize, you have to actually continuously to always try to remember, not to left out just one time and you don't want to learn anymore, you want to memorize anymore. So memorizing essentially will take your time, take your energy, take your feeling. Wal fahmu, and also understanding, to understand the knowledge, understand the knowledge also needs for sabr. You have to be patient. Wa hudur majalisil ilmi yahtaju ila sabrin, and attending the gathering of knowledge, gather to learn knowledge, is actually need for patience. Wa ri'ayatu haqqi shaykhi tahtaju ila sabrin, and taking care of the rights of the teacher, the teacher that teaching you, it also needs for sabr, for patience. So all of it must be patient in receiving the knowledge, receiving your knowledge. Wa now uthani, and the second one, sabrun fi a'da'ihi wa bathihi wa tablighihi. Actually be patient in conveying or giving the knowledge, also in spreading the knowledge, and also to give the knowledge. You have to have that patience. To want to send the knowledge to its people, then you have to have that knowledge. Have that patience. You have that patience. You have to have that patience. Fal julus lil muta'allimin yahtaju ila sabrin. for sitting, you actually, why you are sitting? You are sitting for those who are your student who coming for your class. You actually sit for them. You sit for them. Yahtaju ila sabri, needs for patience. Wa ifhamuhum, and to make them understand. And some of them will ask you continuously the same question, 2 or 3. Actually, even though you have answered it, they're still not enough for them. It's not enough for them. It's not enough. So they always asking. So to make them understand, yahtaju ila sabrin, also needs for patience. Wahtimalu zallatihim, and to bear their mistakes, because they also make mistake. So you have to be patient, like your son or your daughter in this COVID PKP times. Alhamdulillah, tomorrow will be the last for us in Kuala Lumpur and Selangor to the first phase. We will enter second phase tomorrow, insyaAllah. May Allah Ta'ala protect us and make us our life easy for us. So when you actually when you actually not the student, your own child, if you teach them something and they don't understand, you start to get mad. You start to shout. They don't understand. It is because their age, maybe their age is actually not capable enough to understand. So they do have mistakes. Like your child, when you potty training for them, make sure that they will go to the toilet to relieve themselves. So we want to teach them about that, to stop using the diapers. So when the child do mistakes or relieve themselves outside the toilet, normally the parent cannot bear that. They will start to shout, "Why do you do this? Why didn't I told you? I told you to go to the toilet. Why didn't you tell me? Why you just keep quiet?" So even though the child, especially maybe 3 years old, doesn't understand anything, always playing, shouting, running inside the house. So they have the tendency to make mistakes. At that time, we can see that the parent sometimes doesn't have the patience. So imagine when you go to school and you teach students who are not actually your child. They are not your child. And you want to make them understand, and they always make the same mistake. One, you told them, still the mistake is there. Second time, third time, you can't lose your temper. If the thing continue, you can lose your temper. But if you think about it, you are the teacher, then they are the student, and they actually come to you to learn from you. You have to mend their mistake. You have to reapproach, make it better. So they are not your children, but you have to be patient to teach them, because you have to bear the mistakes. Their mistakes. Also, this thing also have to have patience. Needs for patience. You have to be patient about that. So it's actually a common thing. So you want to learn, you want to give away your knowledge, all of it must have patience. You have to be patient upon teaching, you have to be patient upon learning. That's the single, actually easiest thing to say, but actually very hard to be done. Very hard. For that, he said, وَفَوْقَ هَذَيْنِ النَّوْعَيْنِ مِنْ صَبْرِ الْعِلْمِ الصَّبْرُ عَلَى الصَّبْرِ فِيهِمَا وَالثَّبَاتِ عَلَيْهِمَا. And above these two types of sabr, or of patience in learning, actually in teaching and learning, above these two types, there is actually as-sabru ala sabri fihima, to be patient upon patient, layer by layer. You have to have patience to be patient. You have to have patience to be patient, to stay at the class, don't go away, don't left your class because I don't understand. If you understand, then stay. You still have to stay. But by staying and by asking your teacher, you can get the answer and you can correct yourself. And you can have the assurance in yourself about that. Basically, you don't run away. But normally, actually by say what we saw from students, yeah, who came to learn Arabic, learn Islam, some of them or many of them actually we left the class after 2 or 3 classes. Because sometimes those who came, they have their status maybe before they come to Malaysia, they came back and stay in Malaysia. Maybe they learn knowledge in the European country, in America, in Japan. So sometimes they feel actually they are a little bit higher than others. So when he start to learn something that actually not common for him, something extraordinary, not ordinary for him. Because you learn about math. You don't know about the Arabic language, the Arabic grammars. So learning Arabic grammars is one thing. Learning the math is one thing. You don't ever say that if I have a good brain to learn math that is called difficult by many people, then it should be easy for me to learn Islam, to learn Arabic language. So because of that, you can see many of students, when they enter classes from the start, they have that mindset. If I go 2 or 3 classes, I don't understand, I will left the class. Actually, if you don't understand, it is more reason for you to stay. You should not run away from learning just because you don't understand, because surely you don't understand because it's not common for you. It's a new thing for you. So you cannot say that if I can learn math, I know about physics, I know about complicated formulas, I can do algebra and I can do everything. So other than that, it's actually so easy for me. But when you enter that knowledge, you want to start to learn languages like Japanese language or Chinese language or Tamil language, you want to learn about it. You actually have to make sure that you have the understanding that knowledge is new for me. So if I doesn't understand it quickly, it is common. You have to have that understand. But many people, when they come to classes of learning Arabic for the Quran, learning Arabic for conversation, normally they will leave out the class actually very quickly. Because the first classes we know 50, 80, 100 people. Then day by day, the number become decline. Until at last, maybe 23, 27 still stick to the class. So the thing is actually the patient for you to stay at the class is actually will help you to understand. One of my friend, actually he like me, we learn Arabic language and grammars in Malaysia. When we go out from Malaysia, go to other country, there we can see that the expertise of Arabic language or language, you must divide it to few segments. Means that if you want to learn Arabic for understanding Quran, you have to use a certain method. You want to learn about conversation, you have to go to other method. You want to know grammar, you have to go other method. You cannot say that one learning knows all. Essentially, that's the problem there. So we are looking at this phenomena where most of us will stop learning when others actually better than him. Even though the better person will not continue learning. But you yourself, you run away, you actually in the wrong. Because you should stay. Because if you don't understand, stay. By staying, you can learn. I thought my nephew, when he went to Yemen, want to learn, I put him in a center of memorizing Quran. So at that place, he want to start to learn Arabic. He start to learn Arabic at that time. So when at first he doesn't understand whatever the teacher taught, but he tried whenever there are, let's say, classes, open classes, he will always come to sit at the front. From among his friends, actually the words is there. You sit here at the first row. Do you understand what the teacher is saying? So if he run away because of that, he said, yes, at first I don't understand. But day by day, I'm hearing from the teacher, whatever he teach me, then the understanding develop inside my soul, he said. So easy after that. But you have to stick. No, do not run away. Do not run away. But we actually have that problem. Many of us, when they learn, they want to test the water, see whether he can go or not. He thinking that he already finished all the learning of academic knowledge. So in learning Islam, especially in learning the Arabic language, is so easy. For me, it's so easy. If not, if I don't get the result, then the teacher is not teaching me right. He doesn't know how to teach. That's the conclusion inside their head. So they left the class, waiting for a new class be open. Also, the better Ustaz will come and teach them. But the better Ustaz is not the best for him also. You start to left the class and wait for another classes to be open. This is the circle that doesn't stop until now. Until now, I'm looking at few person that having that difficulties. Cannot they cannot be patient, so they don't get the knowledge. They don't get the knowledge. The others actually got their knowledge and got their privilege. That's what if I want to say. So he said here, because above the patient to learn, the patient to give away, to teach, you have to have the other patient upon that. Actually, as-sabru ala sabri fihima, to be patient upon patient on learning and on teaching. Wastabati and actually to have to perseverance upon that. He said here in a poem, likullin ila sya'wil ula wasabatu, for each goal of his highness, and goal, for every person, he always have the goal of highness. When he want to achieve, what do you want to achieve? A person will say that I want to achieve PhD in what courses. A person will say that I want to get the opportunity to teach at the or at the prestigious universities. You have to have that goal. But he said here, for every person, likullin sya'wil ula. For every person, they have that goal of achieving the highness, and also persistent as-sabatu. But actually, he said here, lakin azizun fir rijali sabatu. But actually, the thing that is difficult for the man, in the man, is actually to be persistent, to be persistent in learning, in teaching. You have to hold off yourself. Don't run away. Don't ever say that I actually waste my time. 1 hour I can do many things, but he doesn't do anything. He didn't do anything. But he want to say that 1 hour, if I want to give for learning Islam, actually I can get 3 or 5 hours other than the place of other than that, in learning other than that knowledge. But actually, if you stay, you can get the knowledge. But sadly, most of people will run away before they start to learn. Okay, Wallahi alhamd. So we have finished our topic today. Be patient, patient in knowledge during gaining and conveying, during receiving the knowledge and giving away the knowledge. You have to have that patient. Like always, we can look into question and answer if there are any question. You said here, is it permissible to learn new knowledge through illegal methods, such as reading pirate third books, e-books, because we cannot afford to pay the price of books or fees for classes. This thing is actually being discussed by the scholars, because what can you say about it? It is a new thing, a new what you say topic. We say about the when your mind, your ideas is called intellectual properties. You have normal property. This is normal property, but intellectual properties means that whatever you have in your mind, either you say it by talking, by in speech, or you convey whatever in your mind in writing. So normally, originally we know that nobody should take pirate books and use it as a way to gain knowledge, because the seller or the author of the book, surely they make the book, even though from the start it's actually just properties of intellectual properties, but at the same time maybe they do use their own money to print the book, to pay advances, to pay any things concerning the book. So it is wrong for you to take it like that, because the person is actually already do his work, and he want to get the reward, but you already take whatever actually supposed to be him. So in that sense, you have to know before the rulings, why I said there's uncertainty, even the scholars actually doesn't agree each other, because there are some of the saying of the Prophet ﷺ that is actually giving the hint that actually the thing, the whatever being actually conveyed in writings or in saying a speech become things that actually not supposed to be giveaway to others. Because ilmun yuntafa'u bihi, a person should think about that the knowledge he wrote, the knowledge he's conveyed, give away, is actually the thing that will actually is among the thing that will make other person better, and he will get the reward even after he died. After he died, he can get reward. So the last time when I was in Yemen, the intellectual properties being ruled by the scholars to be limited in time. Normally books that pass 50 years, then it become public properties. It means that anybody can print it, can do it anything on that whatever product that he gave away. So that's the thing. So ethically you don't do something like that. But if the book past 50 years from the author life, then you can read it, you can use it, because there are actually limitation for or the ownership of intellectual properties. They are. That's why if you look back, the Windows operating system, they always renew after 3 or 5 years, because they're being limited by the government of America to not have more than 5 years. That's why every few years they will renew the product to gain the same privilege as the author. They have to do that. Wallahu alam. Okay, so for that, there's two things. But ethically, no, you don't do it, except for the books that actually only past 50 years and above. Okay, I want to learn Arabic to understand the recitation of Quran or Hadith, but I'm currently having trouble in learning the language. Do you have any tips that you can give to people like me? Okay, in learning Arabic for understanding the Quran, actually you do not have to learn the Arabic language grammar thoroughly, because the Quran 82% of the Quran is actually repeated. the words of Al-Quran being repeated, the usage being repeated, 82% of it is actually repeated. You can see here, you can see the same word there. So if you look at it, 82% is actually repeated. And the 82% is actually around 514 words. So 514 words. Is it too many? I don't think so. Because if you learn 10 words a day, less than you say less than 10 days, 10 word. Let's say 10 words actually is little, not really that much. 10 words a day, per day, you get 10. 500 words will you finish in how many days? 500. 50 days. Means that a month, 2 months. You say 2 months, you already finish all the words. It's not really that many. But like we say, you have to go to classes, you have to do the exercises, because the thing that will be taught to you in classes like that, just the theory. We show you one or two examples. You have to find the example inside the Quran. That's the thing. So when you learn Arabic for understanding the Quran, it's not the same as learning Arabic to read other books, because you will focus your mind on 514 words only, not all words, because only 514. So it's actually not really. That's the way. So when you want to learn Arabic for understanding Quran, you have to go to the right class, not the class that teaching you how to make conversation one to another. It's not the same thing. Okay. You said here, I hope the question, the answer is actually enough. Assalamualaikum Ustaz. I'm learning the Islam lecture during working hour. Is it mean that I am dishonoring the knowledge? As possible, I am only getting maybe 5 to 20 understanding from the lecture. Okay, to have that learning actually, listening to the lecture during working hour, actually you have two problems there. First, about you say about you not honoring the knowledge, you don't make attention for the knowledge. That one thing. But the other thing is actually your obligation towards your employer, because you have a contract with them. So whatever contract between you and them, you should honor also. Because Allah said in Surah Al-Ma'idah, Allah said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu awfu bil uqud. For people who already believe, be rightful, be honor whatever contract that you done with others. Whatever contract you did with others, then you have to honor that contract. So that's the second thing about listening to the lecturers during working hours. Because you are not honoring your employer who paid your time for you to do works for him or for her, and you do it for actually not seriously, honoring that your agreement with them. That's the thing. So it's two things. So take your time, like designated time, 1 hour, just to learn. That is better than you just than hearing the listening, better than listening the lecturers during working hours, that your mind will be distracted with typing, with everything. I know that woman can do multitasking, but it's actually it's not a good thing for you to not giving your all thought in learning. Just actually something that actually you do beside your work. Okay. It's not supposed to be like that. Okay, Ustaz, I wonder how Ustaz arrange time for attending classes and lectures. Can you help us on this? Actually, you because our lectures is actually being recorded in YouTube. You can do your time by yourself. You do it by yourself, means that you designated 1 hour before sleep or in the morning before going to work. Rather than you do something, actually watch television or watch movies. You divert your time for things that like that for learning. Actually, that's the way. Because right now, alhamdulillah, the way of learning in our time is actually so different. We have the recordings of lectures inside the YouTube. Right now, nobody have the privilege the privilege to become ignorant. You can say that I don't know, because the knowledge is there. You don't ever type it there. You don't want to learn. You want to learn, you just write at the search box inside your browser. There's lectures, not 1 million of lectures from Sheikh Ahmad Didat in English, in any language is there. So now you have no excuses, no excuse in front of Allah to say that I don't know, because Allah Ta'ala already opened for you this world, or this time of this world. Actually, to learn, you can learn anything, anywhere, anytime. Not just like now we have our classes from 11 until 12:15 or 12:30. Okay, but you may have the opportunity to listen. Maybe not the Q&A. The Q&A you cannot do that. But to listen to the lectures, actually after the lecture being recorded, so you have that easiness actually, not really attached with designated time. Inshallah, it's actually will better for me and for everybody about this. May Allah Ta'ala make us benefit from the knowledge that he teach us. Wallahu a'lam. We stop here. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.